I don't think AV's dying, but I think it's going through a rapid change. The change that it's going through is elements of it are becoming much more commodified and are more likely to end up in IT or enterprise IT quite quickly. And I think the conference room space, the huddle room space, where technology is really available with a credit card and can be set up and delivered very, very quickly and is increasingly based around software as opposed to hardware, that means that the core skills that AV's brought to bear for a number of years are becoming less important. But at the same time, what we heard today is that there's an increasing focus on the quality of experience that's being offered to employees and customers when they visit a site as well. And I think that AV has a significant role to play in that area, so it's definitely not dying. How do you build an effective AV IT enterprise team? Well, I'm talking as someone who worked for an organisation that committed somewhere between 4 and 5 years to do it. So for us, we've learned a lot of lessons. I still have many of the scars from the process itself. It takes time, and it goes without saying. But actually what it takes really is an easily understandable common set of objectives. There's a recognition that we need to speak a common language and that's starting, but there's still a long way to go. It depends very heavily on the corporate culture and really the willingness of the individual teams to see that there's a bigger goal that they're trying to work towards and then actually come together and adopt a common language and common principles and common processes. AV's been described a lot today as the outlier in that process because historically it's not been part of IT. And again, one of the things we heard quite a lot today was, well, really it's down to the AV team to go to their IT partners and look to engage and look for those common areas of interest and then work together to develop, again, common language, common principles, common processes. So in any process or any project where there's a need for collaboration between AV and IT, the earlier it can start, the better. We heard quite a lot today instances where AV's been involved too late, and that creates multiple problems around the quality of what's actually being delivered on site and also the cost control associated with that as well. So the challenge really is less about the nature of the collaboration. I think it's about starting that process as early on as possible so there's a mutual understanding as to what's important for both parties and that both parties can actually adjust the way in which they work for the best outcome, which ultimately is really delivering for the customer or the end user.